Good morning, children. Welcome back to another interesting session of accountancy. Today we have with us Mrs. Premalata, PGT Commerce of TSMS Bollaram, Jinnaram Mandal, Sangareddy district. Madam is here to take the second session, the continuation session of the previously discussed admission of a partner accounts. Madam, as previously she said, it is a 20 marks important question. So due weightage is given to this. Today is the problem session, solving session of the previous, whatever the theory madam has dealt with. Welcome, madam. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Good morning. Good morning to all the principals, teachers, viewers, and my dear students. A very beautiful good morning. I am V. Premalata, PGT Commerce, TSMS Bollaram, Jinnaram. The subject coordinator for accountancy for second year is Mr. Riyazuddin sir, principal, TSMS Jarasangam. Today, this is a continuation session for session 1, where we dealt with theory. Today we will be discussing about the problem solving, and this is admission of a partner, chapter 6 for second year students. This is very important chapter, children. You will be getting a problem from this chapter for 20 marks. In the whole out of 100 marks, the weightage for this chapter you will be getting for 20 marks main problem, and 2 marks how to calculate profit sharing ratio. That also you will be getting from this chapter only. Okay, children, go through, and again at the end we will be giving one task. If at all you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment section, children. So after finishing of this session, children, you will be knowing how to treatment of goodwill, accounting treatment of goodwill, and preparing ledger accounts, like different ledger accounts, revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, general reserve account, capital account, and opening balance sheet of the new partnership firm. You will be in a position to do all this. Even preparing ledger accounts also, you will be in a position to do this, children, after the completing of this session. And accounting treatment of goodwill, our partnership is based on the new partner bringing capital as well as goodwill. This we discussed in the previous session. What he is bringing, he will be bringing his share of goodwill, and he will be bringing his share of capital. Okay, so the old partners, they will be foregoing or they will be sacrificing some share as a new partner is admitted. So as they are sacrificing and the new partner is gaining, he will be bringing his share of capital as well as goodwill. A premium amount he will be bringing in, that is nothing but goodwill. Okay, the reputation what the firm is having in the market. Okay, for that the new partner will be bringing some amount or paying some amount as goodwill. Okay, because see, the old partners, they have done a lot of hard work. It is not the business will not get that reputation in 1 or 2 days. It will take some years together. No, they have worked hard for so many years. Okay, the profits are ready. They have very good reputation in the market. Profits are ready. A new partner is admitted. He will be enjoying the fruits, of the hard work what they have done. So for that purpose, he will be paying some amount as a premium to the old partners. That is nothing but goodwill. So in this session, we will learn accounting treatment of goodwill, how to treat this in goodwill. But I will discuss one by one with example of a problem in each session. Okay. So in different scenarios, when how we treat this goodwill, we will see. When the amount of goodwill is paid by the new partner to the old partners in cash privately without recording it in the books of the firm. See, whenever such sentences or such situation scenario comes in the question, like when the amount of goodwill is paid by the new partner to the old partner in cash privately, whenever it is written like privately, the goodwill is paid in cash privately, we should not record anything in the books of accounts because it is out of the business. If at all it is happening privately, it is happening out of the business. So it is not related to business. Even if the new partner is paying, if he pays privately, then we will not record goodwill in the books of accounts. You have to remember this. Okay. Whenever goodwill is brought in cash and paid privately to the old partners without recording in the books of the firm. Then when it is not recorded, then there is no question of entering it in the books of accounts. Is it clear, children? So that is first situation. Second one, when the goodwill is brought into business by the new partner in cash and retained in the business. When the new partners bring goodwill in cash and immediately withdraw from the business, he will bring the goodwill, then goodwill is withdrawn from the business. This is another situation. When the goodwill is created or raised in the books at full value, okay, and when goodwill is created and then written off, when it is brought in cash and written off, it is created and it is created and written off. How we will treat this in the books of accounts, we will see. So now I will explain with each heading one problem we will discuss so that it will be easy for you to understand. So in the first situation where the goodwill is paid by the new partner to the old partners in cash privately and no record is there in the books of the firm, then what you should do, children? You should not record goodwill in the books. You have to remember that, okay? It will not be recorded anywhere. You will not consider only. We will leave it, okay? Now, we will discuss the second situation. Now, what are the different accounts we need to prepare when we are doing problem solution, okay? See, why we have to do the problems here? A new partner is admitted, okay? Their assets will be changing. The cash will be changing, yes or no? Because when the partner is bringing capital and goodwill in cash, the cash balance will be changing. Goodwill is bringing, so new goodwill account will be created. And already in the previous session, we have discussed that any undistributed profits or any reserves are there that is related to old partners. That all should be transferred to old partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio. That means we have to prepare, if at all, in the closing balance sheet, if general reserve or profit and loss account is given, then you need to prepare general reserve account as well as profit and loss account. Only general reserve is given, you have to prepare general reserve account. Only profit and loss account is given, only you will be preparing profit and loss account. If both are given, you will be preparing both the accounts. Okay. If it is not given, it is not mentioned in the closing balance sheet, then you will be not preparing general reserve or profit and loss account. If they have undistributed reserves or profits, then only you have to prepare the account. That means that amount should be transferred to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Then you will be preparing partners capital accounts. Okay, now capitals will be changed. New partner will be bringing the capital and the old partners also. Many things are changed because of admission of a partner. So we have to prepare even old partners and new partners capital accounts. And at the end, we need to prepare the opening balance sheet of the firm, showing all the changes, what happened in the assets and the liabilities and what is their values. Okay, that also need to be prepared. So when we are solving the problems, what are the different accounts we prepare here? We will be preparing revaluation account, we will be preparing cash account, we will be preparing goodwill account, we will be preparing general reserve account. If profit and loss is given, we will prepare even profit and loss account. Then partners capital accounts will be prepared. At last, we will be preparing the balance sheet, opening balance sheet of the firm. Okay, these are the different accounts we will be learning today. How to write ledgers for these accounts. Okay. Now already we discussed about in the last previous session. I have even shown and discussed about the revaluation account. Revaluation account is like nominal account. So same rules apply here, debit all expenses and credit all incomes and gains. So revalue, what we are revaluing? We are revaluing the value of assets as well as liabilities. Okay, assets value may change because they have started business many years back. Now a new partner is admitted. Assets value will not be the same. Either they depreciate, either they appreciate. Anything can happen. So we have to consider the changes and we have to make a note of it. Where we will making a note of all the changes of assets, we will be writing in the revaluation account. Okay. Now we take an asset. If the value of an asset decreases, we will write it on the debit side of the revaluation account. If the value of an asset increases, we will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. For example, a furniture is bought for 10,000 rupees and now the value of the furniture is, or it is valued at 8,000. What is the difference here? 2,000 rupees. the value of the asset has been decreased by 2000 rupees. So how much value it is decreased? 2000 rupees it is decreased. That is a loss for the firm, no? So that we have to make a note in the debit side of the revaluation account. So we'll write to furniture account 2000 rupees. Is it clear, children? If the same way asset value is increasing, then you will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. Vice versa happens with the liability. If the liability value is increased, then you will be writing on the debit side. See, our liability is increasing means it is an expense for us. So we will be writing on the debit side of the revaluation account. If our liability decreases, that is our liability is decreasing, our expense is decreasing. So we will be writing it is a gain. So we will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. For example, our creditors are 10,000 rupees. And it is mentioned in the question that creditors is decreased by 3,000. Or in other way, how they can ask, the creditors are valued at 7,000. Value of creditors in the closing balance is 10,000. Now, if they are valued at 7,000, that means how much value it is decreased? 3,000 rupees. Value of the creditors has been decreased. Whenever the liability decreases, you will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. Creditors were 10,000. Now they are valued at 7,000. Or they can say creditors are decreased by 3,000. Anyway, they can ask. Either they say the valued at 7,000. Creditors are valued at 7,000. That means 3,000 change. There is a change of 3,000 rupees. If they say the creditors are decreased by 3,000 or no need to record 3,000 creditors, then also there is a decrease in the liability. Then you have to write in on the credit side of the revaluation account. If the same liability increases, okay, then you have to write on the debit side of the revaluation account. So we are assessing the value of the assets and liabilities. Any changes happening in the assets and liabilities, that should be noted in the revaluation account. If asset value decreases, you will be writing on the debit side. If the asset value increases, you will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. Vice versa happens with the liability. If liability increases, you will be writing on the debit side. If the liability decreases, then where you will be writing? You will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. Next, provision for bad debts. If any anticipated loss on debtors to be created, we will be writing it on the debit side. Now, you all know, you studied in first year what is a bad debt, which is not recovered. Yes, when there are so many debtors, we don't know whether all will be paying it or not. So what will happen? We have to create a provision. Okay, whether if that amount doesn't recover, then we will have a provision. Okay, for anticipated loss. We are just anticipating it. It happened, it happens or not happen, but we are anticipating. So that we have to write it on the debit side of the revaluation account. If provision for bad debts is not to be required or not to be recorded, then it will be written on the credit side of the revaluation account. Then we will be doing the balancing. The whatever balancing figure comes, like if the credit side total is more, the debit side balancing figure will be your profit. And if your debit side total is more, your credit side total or balancing figure will be your loss. This loss or profit, whatever it is, you have to transfer that to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. For that reason only we are preparing revaluation account. Okay, before admitting a new partner, values of the assets and liabilities should be revalued so that the partner will not suffer any gain or any loss, the new partner. Okay, so if there is loss or maybe profit, both should be transferred to old partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, this we will understand again with the example. So this is a specimen of revaluation account. And one more thing, children, when you are doing this 20 marks problem, 20 marks are distributed among the revaluation account, cash account, capital accounts, balance sheet. So each and every account is important for you. Okay, you will not miss a single account. You have to do all the accounts because 20 marks are distributed among all the accounts. Okay, then now we will understand with an example. When the goodwill is brought into business by the new partner in cash. Now, when goodwill is brought into business by the new partner in cash, how to solve the problem? How we should solve the problem? Okay, we will understand this with an example. See, Amar and Akbar, children, whenever we are doing any problem session, I want you people to have your textbooks with you. This is from textbook third problem. I'm solving from textbook page number 231 and 232. Problem number 3. If you have textbooks, please do keep your textbooks with you people. Or if you don't have textbooks, please take a paper, pen, and note down the question. Important points you note down so that when I am solving the problem, I will not come back to this slide again and again. Okay, so it will be easy for you to see the figures and understand when I'm doing when we are solving the problem. Okay, if you have textbook, keep the textbook with you. If you don't have textbook, please take a pen, paper, note it down. All the important amounts, you just note it down. So when I'm solving the problem, it will be easy for you people to understand. Okay, if you are having textbook with you, it is page number 231 and 232, problem number 3. Okay, I'm solving problem number 3. Sorry, problem number 2, page number 231 and 232. Okay, Amar and Akbar are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3 respectively. Okay, who are the old partners here? Amar and Akbar are the old partners. What is this profit sharing ratio of this Amar and Akbar? They are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2015 was as under. So this is their closing balance sheet. Okay, this is the closing balance sheet before admitting a new partner. This is their closing balance sheet. Okay, now we will see what are the liabilities and assets in their balance sheet. Okay, they have sundry creditors 20,000, outstanding expenses 5,000, general reserve. So here we are they have given general reserve. So if general reserve is given, you have to prepare general reserve account. Okay, general reserve account always shows a credit balance. Okay, you know that already we discussed in the previous session. General reserve account shows a credit balance, and this general reserve you have to distribute among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, if it is given in the closing balance sheet, then only we will prepare. If general reserve is not given, you will not prepare general reserve account. Then you have capitals of Amar and Akbar, old capitals, that is with what capital Amar and Akbar have started the business, that is 40,000 and 30,000 is their closing balances of their capital. Okay, next they have cash in hand 5,000 rupees, bills receivable 12,000, debtors 28,000, stock 24,000, machinery 25,000, and land 15,000. So what are the different assets they are having at the time of closing of their balance sheet? They have cash, they have bills receivable, debtors 28,000, stock 24,000, machinery 25,000, land 15,000. Now what are the adjustments we have to do? We will see. See, on the above date, Anthony was admitted into partnership for 1/4 share in the future profits. So here they have given already the new profit sharing ratio of the new partner. What is the new profit sharing ratio? 1/4 share he is going to get in the future profits on the following conditions. Now you have to stress on this. What are the few following conditions? Anthony should bring rupees 35,000 towards capital. So how much amount Anthony should bring as capital? He should bring 35,000 as capital to the business. Okay, please note it down, children. If you have pen and paper, please note it down. If you have textbook, you can underline whatever I am stressing, you just underline that. Okay, so capital is 35,000, and what amount he should bring as goodwill? He has to bring 28,000 rupees as goodwill, and this goodwill is brought in cash. This goodwill is brought in cash. Okay, Anthony is bringing 35,000 towards capital and 28,000 towards goodwill in cash. Next, land to be valued at rupees 20,000. So what is the value of the land in the balance sheet we have seen? Okay, that land value has been increased to 20,000. So in the closing balance sheet, the value of land is 15,000 and the value of land now it is valued at 20,000. So in the closing balance it was 15,000. Now they are saying the value of land has been increased to 20,000. So what is the difference here? 5,000. So 5,000 asset is increased or decreased, that you have to see. The value of asset is increased or decreased. Increased means which side we have to write? Revaluation account, debit or credit? If asset is increased, which side of the revaluation account we have to write? We have to write on the credit side of the revaluation account. Next, machinery valued at rupees 23,000. Okay, so what is the value of machinery in the closing balance? The value of machinery in the closing balance is 25,000. Now here what they are saying, machinery valued at rupees 20,000. Machinery value in the closing balance is 25,000, but now they are saying machinery should be valued at 23,000. Value decreased or increased? Value has decreased. By how much the value has been decreased? 2,000 rupees. So if the value of an asset decreases, then which side of the revaluation account we have to write? We have to write on the debit side of the revaluation account. Again, I am telling children, in revaluation account, if asset value increases, you have to write on the credit side. If the asset value decreases, you have to write on the debit side of the revaluation account. So machinery value, the value decreased. It is a loss. All losses, debit all expenses and losses. Nominal account rule. If you go in that way, if you understand in that way, all losses should be written on debit side. So machinery account 2,000, the value has been decreased. So it should be written on the revaluation account debit side. Is it clear, children? Next, stock to be depreciated by 10%. Here they have given 10%. That much value the stock has to be decreased. Now, what is the value of stock in the previous closing balance? It is 24,000. So 24,000, 10%. How much? 24,000 into 10 by 100. That is 2,400. The value of stock has been decreased by 2,400. So if the value of asset decreases, which side we have to write? In the revaluation account, debit side or credit side? It should be written on debit side. Yes, it should be written on debit side. Okay, it is also a loss for us. Okay, so debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Nominal account rule will be followed for this revaluation account. Okay, now provide for bad debts rupees 1,300. If we are providing any bad debts, what we discussed, what we have seen in the specimen of revaluation account, it should be written on the debit side. If there is no need to provide bad debts, then which side we have to take? On the credit side. So here they are telling to provide for bad debts at rupees 1,300. So which side of the revaluation account, which side we have to write? We have to write on the debit side of the revaluation account. Is it clear, children? If you understand in that way and underline the points, then it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. Now just I have as a rough work, we will understand again. We will understand because this is a first class. If you are clear with this first session, then other problems when we are solving in the second and third session, it will be very easy for you to understand. So here Amar and Akbar are old partners. They have admitted Anthony into partnership firm. So Amar and Akbar, how much? What is their old profit sharing ratio? 4:3 is their old profit sharing ratio. Already in the previous session we discussed how to write 4:3 in fraction. It is 4/7. That is 4 plus 3, 7. Out of 7, 4 parts shared by Amar, 3 parts shared by Akbar. Okay, so 4/7 and 3/7 is their profit sharing ratio. Anthony is admitted into business. Anthony should bring 35,000 as capital and he should bring 28,000 as goodwill in cash. Okay, he should bring goodwill rupees 28,000 in cash. Okay. Now entries in revaluation account. Already I discussed that. Again, I'm repeating it again. Land. If the value increases, which side of the revaluation account we enter? Entry. Which side we will do? It is on the credit side. So in the closing balance, they gave value of land as 20,000, but they are telling land value should be it is 15,000, but it should be increased by 20,000. So it should be written on credit side. Next to machinery, it is 25,000. It is valued at 23,000. It should be written on debit side. Stock 24,000, 10%. 24,000 into 10 by 100. It is 2,400. Should be written on the debit side of the revaluation account. Bad debts 1,300. Okay. Already they have given. So 1,300 should be written on the debit side of the revaluation account. Children, here make a correction. It is not 20,000 minus 15,000. but it is 15,000. It has been increased to 20,000. Okay. In the closing balance, the value of asset is 15,000, but increased to 20,000. So 20,000 minus 15,000, there is an increase of 5,000. So that you will be writing on the credit side because it is an increase in the value of an asset. It should be written on the credit side of the revaluation account. Okay. Now we will do revaluation account. Already we have seen the specimen account of revaluation account. No. So revaluation account, it is a ledger account. Same what columns you have for ledgers, any ledger we prepare, same. You have date column, particulars column, GF, amount rupees, and date, particulars, one debit side and credit side, amount column this side also. Okay. Now we will write, first we will start with asset which is having increased value. So for which asset the value of value is increased? Land. Okay. What was the value of by how much the land value increased? It is by 5,000. So we should write on the credit side I told. Okay. Balance, the value of asset was 15,000, but in the question what they asked to increase by 20,000. So 20,000 minus 15,000, how much land has been increased? It is increased by 5,000. So you will be writing on the revaluation account credit side. Okay. Next. Now we will see all the decreased. We will write on the debit side. Machinery account, it has been decreased. No, how much value it decreased? It decreased by 2,000 rupees. So that we have to write on the debit side of the revaluation account. See, in the previous closing balance sheet, the value of asset is 25,000. In the question, what they asked, revalue the machinery, or machinery is valued at rupees 23,000. The value which is 25,000 is valued at 23,000. That means it has been decreased from 25,000. The value decreased to 23,000. That means it is depreciated. It could, depreciation could be because of many reasons. Already you have we discussed that even in depreciation chapter. Okay, so out 25,000 minus 23,000, 2,000 value has been decreased. That value you have to take in the revaluation account debit side. Okay, so to machinery account 2,000. Okay, next you have stock. Stock also depreciated. No, how much percentage it is depreciated? It is 10%. 10% is depreciated. Okay, to stock account 2,400. That is 24,000 into 10 by 100. How we got this? 2,400. The value of stock in the closing balance sheet is 24,000. On that, they told 10% is decreased. The stock is decreased by 10%. So you have to calculate 24,000 into 10 by 100. That is 2,400. Okay, the stock is decreased by 10%. That is 2,400. So the value is decreased, asset value is decreased. So we are writing on the debit side of the revaluation account. Here land asset value has been increased. So we have written on the credit side of the revaluation account. Okay, next to bad debts. If any bad debts is to be recorded, then also increased. Then also we have to write it on the revaluation account debit side. Already this amount they have given like 1,300. If not, in some questions they will be giving calculate bad debts 10% on debtors. So you will be calculating debtors into 10 by 100, whatever amount the debtors is there. Okay. So, but here already they have given the amount as 1,300. So, two bad debts, 1,300 directly we will writing it in the revaluation account debit side. Okay, children. So, only this, there is change only in this assets. Okay. So, here they didn't mention any liability. So, we are not going to take any liability. Only whatever changes are there mentioned in the question, we will be recording only that changes in the revaluation account. Okay, by land account 5,000, to machinery account 2,000, to stock account 2,400, to bad debts account 1,300. Now we should see whether out of this revaluation, whether there is profit or loss. So first we will do the totals. Here land account it is 5,000 credit. If credit is more, I told it will be profit. If debit is more, it will be loss. Now see the total on the credit side is only 5,000, but the total on debit side is 2 to 4, 4, 5, 5,700. Okay, so the total 5,700, but on the credit side total is 5,000. So whenever the total on the debit side is more, then it is loss. If the total on the credit side is more, then it will be profit. It is only 5,000 rupees, no? So here this all total is 5,700. So how much is the loss? 5,700 minus 5,000. If you minus 5,000. The loss is 700 rupees. Now this loss should be transferred to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. What is the old profit sharing ratio? They shared in the 4:3 ratio. So 4/7 to Amar, 3/7 Akbar. This is the old profit sharing ratio. So in this ratio, we have to transfer this loss 700 rupees to old partners capital account. Okay, we have to transfer it to old partners capital account in 4:3 ratio. So by Amar's capital account, it is 400. How we got this 400? It is 700 into 4/7. This loss should be distributed among Amar and Akbar in their old profit sharing ratio. What is their old profit sharing ratio? It is 4:3. That is, Amar will be getting 4/7 in 700, 4/7 parts. That is, his share is loss. His share in the loss is 400 rupees. Then what is the share for Akbar's? How much we have to transfer to Akbar's capital account? It is 700 into 3/7. That is 300. So the 700 loss is distributed among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. If it is a profit, then you will be sharing profit in their old profit sharing ratio, and we will be transfer that to their capital accounts. Is it clear, children? See, our debit side, our expenses are more than our income. It is a loss. If our credit side, that is our incomes will be more, and if our expenses are less, then you will have a profit. Okay. So is it clear now how to prepare a revaluation account? Okay. Here revaluation account we prepare for revaluing assets and liabilities. Out of this, if they get loss or profit, both should be transferred to partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. Is it clear, children? Understood? Revaluation account. What I told in the beginning, what are the different accounts we will be preparing? We will be preparing revaluation account. We will be preparing cash account. We will be preparing goodwill account. We will be preparing general reserve account. If in the closing balance sheet, if they give general reserve or profit and loss account, we have to prepare even that account. Then we will be preparing partners capital account, then balance sheet. Okay, then balance sheet. Now we will see cash account. Why we have to prepare cash account? Because the new partner is bringing cash, capital and goodwill in cash. Okay. Now first we will write the opening balance, like whatever closing balance is given in the closing balance sheet, that we will note down. To balance brought down. How much is the balance of the cash? It is 5,000 rupees. Now we will say how it is changing. To balance brought down 5,000. Now what the new partner is bringing in cash? He is bringing capital in cash. That is to Anthony capital 35,000. Whenever capital is brought into the business, what will be the journal entry, children? What journal entry will write? Usually cash account data to capital account. Yes, we started a business, set up a business. When cash capital is brought in cash into the business, what is the entry? In first year you have learned, no, cash account data to capital account. Now even Anthony has brought cash capital into business, that is 35,000. Now what will be the entry? He has brought capital as cash into business, that is cash account data to capital account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out for cash account. Okay, you treat it as a personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay, here cash account data to capital account. So we are debiting in the cash account to Anthony capital account. Is it clear, children? To Anthony capital account. Cash account data to capital account will be the journal entry. So Anthony's capital account will be debited in the cash account. Next, Anthony is bringing goodwill also in cash only. Yes, how much he is bringing? He is bringing 28,000 in cash. Goodwill is brought in cash. That is 28,000. So what will be the entry when you are bringing the goodwill into cash? In cash, goodwill, cash account data to goodwill account. Cash account data to goodwill account. So cash account, in cash account, you will be debiting to goodwill. Okay. So 5,000 is the opening balance. Next, that is balance brought down. Anthony brought capital in cash, that is 35,000. And the goodwill he has brought in cash, that is 28,000. So that is the reason there is a change in the value of the cash account. We are preparing a cash account. Okay, because cash account is affected because of admission of a partner. So total, the value of cash is now, cash in hand is 68,000. So this will be carried down by balance carried down 68,000 to balance brought down 68,000. So this 68,000 should be written in the opening balance sheet. Opening balance sheet cash, you will not write 5,000. Why? The change, no, it now the cash value has been changed now. Okay, it is 68,000. So when you're writing, when you're preparing balance sheet, when you're writing cash on the asset side, what amount you have to write? You have to write 68,000, not 5,000. Is it clear, children? So cash account we have to prepare because everything is brought in cash. Cash balance will be changed. So we will be preparing cash account. Okay. So we have seen how to prepare a revaluation account. In revaluation account, what we have done? Only the change in the value of assets and liabilities we have noted, and whether it is a profit or loss we have transferred to partners capital account. Then we are preparing cash account. Here, why we are preparing cash account? Because when the new partner is bringing capital and goodwill in cash, the cash balance is also affected. It is changed. So we need to prepare cash account also. Okay, now understood about cash. So in the opening balance sheet, when we are preparing at the end, what is the value you have to take in the balance sheet? Cash should be taken as 68,000, not 5,000. Okay. So we have seen how to prepare revaluation account and even cash account. Now we will see how to prepare goodwill account. Okay. Now, whenever goodwill is brought in cash, what will be the entry? Cash account debit to capital account. Yes, we have seen in cash account what we have seen. In cash account, we have written two goodwill. Yes, in goodwill, what we will write? By cash. Okay, how goodwill is brought? It is brought by cash because goodwill is credited. We should write on the credit side of the ledger account in goodwill. Goodwill ledger account, you should write on the credit side. Okay, this is all you learned in first year only, children. So goodwill account, how he has brought goodwill, he has brought in cash. So by cash account, how much? 28,000. How much? 28,000. Now this goodwill, whom we should distribute this goodwill? Who will share this goodwill? This goodwill will be shared by old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Yes or no? So whatever sacrifice the old partners are doing, they are sacrificing. That is the reason amount is paid by the new partner, a premium amount for the whatever reputation the company is having. A premium amount is paid for the old partners as goodwill. Okay, so who will share that goodwill? The old partners will share that goodwill. Okay, new partner will bring goodwill and old partners will share that goodwill. Okay, simple. So how he is bringing that goodwill? He is bringing that goodwill in cash. So here you have to write by cash account 28,000 because what will be the journal entry? Cash account debit to goodwill account. Goodwill account is credited. So you will be writing on the credit side of the goodwill account. By cash account 28,000. Next, this goodwill should be distributed among two partners. Now you all know what is the profit sharing ratio. It is 4:3. That is 4/7 and 3/7. 4/7 to Amar and 3/7 to Akbar. So what is the value of goodwill? Goodwill value is 28,000. So this 28,000 should be shared to Amar for 4/7. Okay, his ratio is 4/7. So that much share should be given to Amar. That is 16,000. 28,000 into 4/7 comes to 16,000. So Amar will take 16,000 out of this 28,000. And how much Akbar will be taking? To Akbar capital account. This goodwill also should be transferred to their capital accounts. So to Akbar capital account, what is the value of goodwill? 28,000. So this 28,000, 3/7. That is his share is 3/7. No, 4:3 is their profit sharing ratio. So 4/7 to Amar, 3/7 to Akbar. So 28,000 into 3/7 comes to 12,000. See, if you do the total, it is 28,000 and 28,000. So no balance. Whatever goodwill is given, whatever goodwill is brought by Anthony is distributed among Amar and Akbar in their old profit sharing ratio and transferred to their capital accounts. Is it clear? Whatever goodwill is brought by Anthony in cash, that goodwill amount is distributed among Amar and Akbar in their old profit sharing ratio and transferred to their capital accounts. Is it clear? Is it clear, children? So here we discussed how to prepare revaluation account now. First, revaluation account. What you are doing in revaluation account? Only assets and liabilities are revalued. Assets and liabilities are revalued. If you are getting profit or loss, that is transferred to old partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio. Then we have seen how to prepare a cash account. In cash account, we have seen that why the balance of cash is changing, because goodwill and capital is brought in cash. So in the opening balance sheet, what we are going to prepare at the end, you have to take cash value, the balancing figure only, not which is given in the closing balance sheet. Okay, next we have seen how to prepare a goodwill account. Goodwill is brought in cash. So we have seen it should be written on the credit side, because what will be the journal entry? Cash accounted to goodwill account. Goodwill account is credited. So we are writing it on the credit side, and this goodwill amount should be distributed to both the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio and transferred to their capital accounts. Is it clear till here? So now, till now, we have discussed about revaluation account, cash account, and goodwill account. Next, we will see general reserve account. Now, I told general reserve account or profit and loss account, we will prepare only when these values are given in the closing balance sheet. If these values are given in the closing balance sheet, then only we have to prepare. If not, no need to prepare general reserve account and profit and loss account, because if it is not there, then there is no point of preparing also. Yes or no? So general reserve always shows credit balance. So we will start with the credit balance by balance brought up. What is the value given there? It is 14,000. So this 14,000, because this is the reserve they have kept. These old partners kept their profits aside as a reserve, so that to meet any unforeseen contingencies happen in the future, to face that, they have kept their savings aside. Now this belongs to the old partners only, no? So we have to distribute this to old partners only. So if a new partner is coming, there is no point of taking this amount, because he is not there all these years. They have earned, it is their hard earned money. Okay, so this should be given to the old partners only. So before a new partner enters into business, whatever reserves they have kept, that should be transferred to their capital accounts. That means that should be given back to the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So what is the general reserve? It is 14,000. So this 14,000 should be transferred to our capital account, that is 8,000 rupees. How we are getting this 8,000? 14,000 into 4 by 7. That is their old profit sharing ratio. Okay. What is their old profit sharing ratio? 4:3, no? 4 by 7. So 14,000 into 4 by 7, it will come to 8,000. So out of 14,000, Amar share is 8,000, and out of this 14,000, Akbar share is 6,000. How we got this 6,000? From 14,000 into 3 by 7. That is 6,000. So this 14,000, whatever they have kept as a reserve aside, okay, this amount now we are transferring their capital accounts. That means that amount is giving, we are giving them back. Okay, so out of 14,000, Amar will be taking 8,000 and Akbar will be getting 6,000 rupees. So general reserve account will be closed. Okay, 14,000 account is closed. No need to carry forward. The account is closed here. So till now, whatever accounts we did, children, first we have done revaluation account, where we are revaluing the value of assets and liabilities. Next we did cash account, because the value of cash is changing as the partner is bringing cash, capital and goodwill in cash only. Then we have did goodwill account, because that goodwill account should be distributed to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, and that goodwill is transferred to their capital account. So we prepared even goodwill ledger account. Then general reserve ledger account. So general reserve, whatever old balances are there, because this is their hard earned money, that we need to transfer to their individual capital accounts. So general reserve account also we prepared. So one thing what you need to remember, children, in the closing balance sheet, if they give general reserve and profit and loss account, then only we have to prepare these accounts. If not, there is not necessary to prepare general reserve account or profit and loss account. Here they have given general reserve, so we are preparing general reserve account. Profit and loss is not given, so we are not preparing profit and loss account. Is it clear? So what are the 4 accounts till now we learned? We learned revaluation account, we learned cash account, we learned how to prepare goodwill account and general reserve account. Now we will see capital accounts. Very, very important, children, because here you will be this capital account itself is for 5 marks are allotted for this. Okay, 2 marks for Amar account, 2 marks for Akbar account, and 1 mark for Anthony account. Total 5 marks for only this account. So you should be very clear with what you are doing. So capital accounts always they show credit balance. So we start from credit side. All liabilities always show credit. So we will start with credit balance only. So now here you should go back to the, if you have textbook, see in the textbook children, there they have given capitals of Amar and Akbar. They're old capitals, like what capitals they have, 40,000 and 30,000. See, if you have noted down on the paper children, that only I told important points. If you note down, it will be easy for you. So in the closing balance sheet in the textbook, what they have given? They have given capitals Amar and Akbar. Amar capital is 40,000 rupees and Akbar capital is 30,000 rupees. Please keep your textbooks in front of you children, because I will mention what problem I am teaching. So you see in the textbook and you can follow. Is it clear? So the value of capitals of Amar and Akbar, this is their opening balance. Already they have their balances. They are not bringing any capital new because they are in business for many years. So this is already existing balance. So that will be their balance brought down. Okay. Always liability show credit balance. So here capital show credit balance. We start from credit side. So by balance brought down. Okay. So by balance brought down, what is the opening balance of Amar? It is 40,000 rupees and Akbar it is 30,000 rupees. Okay, by balance brought down 40,000 and 30,000. Now, from the beginning, if you see, we have done revaluation account, we have done goodwill account, we have done general reserve account. Yes or no? So, in this all, wherever we have transferred to capital accounts, amounts, that all will reflect in capital account. That all will reflect in capital account. First, we will start with revaluation account. In revaluation account, whatever loss they have got in revaluing the values of assets and liabilities, that loss has been transferred to Amar and Akbar capital account. Okay. Next, we have seen general reserve, goodwill. Goodwill also transferred to capital accounts of the old partners. So we have to take goodwill also. By goodwill account, what is the goodwill transfer to Amar? It is 16,000 and Akbar is 12,000. Okay. It is 16,000 and Amar it is 12,000. Okay. So Amar capital accounted are to goodwill account. Akbar capital accounted are to goodwill account. Is it correct? In capital accounts, Amar, we are writing goodwill 16,000. Whatever is transferred to his capital account 16,000 and Akbar it is 12,000. If I am putting any question, children, just write in the suggestion box or chat box your answers. Is it clear, children? Okay. So what will be the entry here? Oh, balances, opening balances. We have brought down 40,000 and 30,000, and the goodwill account, Amar capital account, it is credited 16,000 and Akbar also it is credited 12,000. So from where we got this, we have prepared goodwill account now. Okay, goodwill account, how goodwill is brought? Goodwill is brought in by cash. Okay, cash accounted are to goodwill account. So that goodwill amount we are transferring to where? We are transferring to their capital accounts. That is goodwill accounted are to Amar capital account, goodwill accounted are to Akbar capital account. Yes or no? Amar capital account, we are transferring goodwill 16,000 and Akbar capital account, we transfer goodwill 12,000 rupees. So goodwill accounted are to Amar account, goodwill accounted are to Akbar capital account. So Amar and Akbar are credited. So we are writing on the credit side of the capital accounts by goodwill account 16,000 and 12,000. Okay. It is not Amar accounted are to goodwill account. It is goodwill accounted are to Amar account, goodwill accounted are to Akbar account. Okay. So Amar and Akbar are credited. Credit side we are writing. That is the reason we are writing on the credit side of the capital accounts by goodwill account. Next, what changes we have seen? One is balance brought down. That is their closing balances, capitals. Next, goodwill account. We have transferred goodwill to their capital accounts. Okay. Goodwill accounted are to Amar, goodwill accounted are to Akbar. Next, what we have transferred? We have transferred even general reserve. General reserve also is transferred now. General reserve by general reserve. Okay. General reserve accounted are to Amar account, general reserve accounted are to Akbar account. So even general reserve amount is also transferred to capital accounts of Amar and Akbar. That is 8,000 and 6,000. Is it clear, children? It is 8,000 and 6,000. So general reserve also transferred to the capital account. We are giving back. Okay, goodwill, whatever is brought by the new partner is also transferred to their capital accounts. And the general reserve also transferred to their capital accounts. Now, by cash. Why we are writing by cash here? See, here we have even Anthony capital account also. Yes. So Anthony capital, how we brought? Cash accounted are to capital account, no? So by cash, we are writing Anthony 35,000. So Anthony's capital account should be credited by cash 35,000. Okay, cash accounted are to Anthony's capital account 35,000 because Anthony brought cash capital as cash, that is 35,000. So we are writing that also. Next, we have prepared revaluation account, but in revaluation account we are having profit or loss. It is loss. Yes or no? What will be the entry there? Revaluation accounted are to, if it is profit, what we write? Revaluation accounted are to Amar account, revaluation accounted are to Akbar account, but there was loss. So what we have written? Revaluation account we have written on the credit side. You remember? That is the reason I told you people to make a note. On in revaluation account, we have written on the credit side by Amar, it is a loss. By Akbar, 400 and 300. Same thing now in capital account, to revaluation account, what we have to write? 400 and 300. Okay, 400 and 300. This is loss. So we have written on the debit side of the capital account. If it is a profit, then what it will be? Revaluation accounted are to Amar account, revaluation accounted are to Akbar account. So then it will be coming on the credit side. Okay, now it is Akbar accounted are to revaluation account, Amar accounted are to revaluation account. Okay. So here Amar and Akbar are debited. So here we are writing on the debit side of the capital account. To revaluation, this is loss. 400 and 300. 400, 300 is a loss. Okay, children. So by balance brought down from closing balance sheet, we are taking their balances. That is 40,000 and 30,000 is their balance in their capital accounts. Now we have transferred goodwill also. Okay, the new partner has brought 28,000 as goodwill that we have distributed among Amar and Akbar in their old profit sharing ratio 16 and 12,000. General reserve also is transferred to Amar and Akbar capital account 8,000 and 6,000. New partner is bringing capital as cash. So we are writing it on the credit side, that is 35,000. So we are having loss here in the revaluation account. When we revalued the value of assets and liabilities, there is a loss. So we are writing on the debit side of the capital account. If it is profit, we will write on the credit side of the capital account. That you need to remember. Now we will make total. Now we will say what is the their closing capitals, like their opening balance sheet, what capitals they have, new capitals. Okay, Amar, it is all, if it total, it is 64,000, 48,000 and 35,000. Same thing we write here, 64,000. So when we are balancing figure, will be their balances now, new balances. So out of 64,000, this is 48,000 and 35,000. From 64,000, how we will do the balance carried on? From 64,000, we have to subtract 400. 63,600 will be a balancing figure in capital account out of 64,000, because this total, if you see credit side is more, so we are doing here totals 40,000 plus 16,000 plus 8,000 is equal to 64,000. 30,000 plus 12,000 plus 6,000 is equal to 48,000. Here you have 35,000. So whichever total is more, we will write both sides same total. No, so here also I'm writing the same total. Now you have on debit side loss, that is 400. So if you subtract from 64,400, that will be your balancing figure, that is 63,600. That means Akbar's new capital value is 63,600. Now Amar's new capital value is 63,600. In the same way, you need to calculate for Akbar also. Akbar, his total is credit is 48,000. Out of that, we have to separate loss 300. So 48,000 minus 300, 47,700. So 47,700 will be Akbar's new capital. Value of Akbar's new capital is 47,300. Now Anthony's capital, nothing to subtract here. So 35,000 only is value of capital. Okay. So new capitals of Amar, Akbar and Anthony is 63,600, 47,700 and 35,000. So when you are preparing balance sheet, what is the value of the capitals you need to mention in the opening balance sheet? Amar capital 63,600, Akbar capital 47,700, Anthony capital 35,000. You will not write 40,000 or 30,000 because changed, no, the capitals have been changed now because the goodwill is distributed among the partners, the value has been increased. Even general reserve is also transferred to their capital account, that also increased their value of the capital. They had a loss, so we are subtracting the value of that loss. So their new capitals are 63,600, 47,700 and 35,000. So this value should be taken in balance sheet. New balance sheet, opening balance sheet, these are the values you should show. Is it clear, children? So did you understand till now? Till now what we discussed? We discussed how to make revaluation account. We discussed how to prepare cash account. We discussed how to prepare goodwill account. We discussed how to prepare general reserve account and partners capital accounts. Here, one more point I want to tell you, children. When we are preparing capital accounts, I told this 5 marks, no? 2 marks, 2 marks, 1 mark. Either you can prepare it individually, like Amar capital account. Okay, debit side you'll write, credit side you'll write. Separate account for Akbar capital account, Anthony capital account. You can prepare separate individual accounts also, or together also you can prepare like this. Is it clear? Together also you can write at a stretch, same thing, because all entries are the same. If I am preparing only Amar capital account by balance brought down by goodwill by general reserve, this cash will not be there. These account entries will be there, and even debit side also to revaluation account, this entry will be there. Same thing, no? So at a stretch also you can prepare at a time, making 3 columns, and also you can prepare. Either you can prepare individually or at a stretch 3 columns, each partner. In this way also you can prepare, children. It is up to you. Any way you do, you'll get the same marks. Okay. So these are capital accounts. Next is balance sheet. Okay. Balance sheet. How to prepare? Already you studied in first year. Okay. Same method. Now we will write, first we'll start with liability side. Please keep your textbook in front of you, children. Now see the closing balance sheet and write the, we will make a note in the liability side. See what they have given. They have given sundry creditors as rupees 20,000. So is there any change in creditors? Did we do any adjustment for creditors? No. So we will take as it is. We will take the value as it is. Sundry creditors 20,000 rupees, because there is no change in the value of sundry creditors. They didn't tell that value decreased or increased. So we didn't revalue the value of creditor. So we will take as it is. So sundry creditor 20,000. Next, outstanding expenses 5,000 rupees. In the closing balance, they have given outstanding expenses as 5,000 rupees. So same value we will write here also, because there is no need to revalue. They didn't give any adjustment. So we didn't change any value. So outstanding expenses, we will write the same value, that is 5,000 rupees. Next, you have general reserve. Now tell me, in the closing balance, general reserve is 14,000. Now here we have to write general reserve. Is it necessary now? No, we will not write general reserve separately here. Why? Because already we have transferred the general reserve amount to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio in to their capital accounts now. So the general reserve has been transferred to partners capital accounts. So there is no need to write general reserve in the liability side, because already it has been transferred. It is, balance is not there now. Okay, it has been transferred to the old partners capital accounts. So we will not write general reserve here. We will directly write capital accounts. Now capital of Amar. See, in the closing balance sheet, Amar capital is given as 40,000. Okay, now you will write 40,000 here. We should write 40,000. No, we should not write 40,000. What value we have to write? Already we have prepared a capital account, no, where the value of the capital has been changed. That new capital value we have to take it. That is 63,600. We have to write, not 40,000. Already we have changed that value. No, many changes, adjustments we have made to the capital account. So the new balance is what we have taken in the capital account, that we have to take here. That is 63,600. Amar capital. Akbar capital. What is the closing balance of Akbar capital account? It is 47,700. Anthony, it is 35,000. These are the new capitals. After doing the balances, adjusting all the adjustments, the capitals what we got for Amar, Akbar, Anthony in capital accounts, that balances we have to take in this balance sheet, but not the balances given in the closing balance sheet. Is it clear? What was given in the textbook, already we have done adjustments for that. So we will not take that balance. What balance we have to take? We have to take the balances which are given in the capital accounts. Okay, new balances. So Amar 63,600, Akbar 47,700, Anthony 35,000. Okay, these are the liability side. Now we will come to asset side. Asset side, first in the textbook it is given as cash. Okay, in cash account it is given as 5,000. So we will write 5,000. What I told when we are preparing cash account, cash balance it is 5,000, but we have done changes, no, because Anthony has brought capital also in cash. Anthony has brought goodwill also in cash. So cash account value is changed. It is 68,000. Okay, we did cash account, no, that the closing balance. In cash account, whatever we got, that we should take, not which is given in the balance sheet, because we have adjusted even cash account also. Okay, so cash, what balance we got in the cash account, just know what we prepared, that you need to take here. That is cash account 68,000. Next, bills receivable. Did we do any adjustment for bills receivable, children? No adjustment is given. So we didn't do any adjustment. So bills receivable as it is, whatever amount is given in the closing balance sheet, we will take the same amount. It is 12,000. So bills receivable, we will be taking 12,000 only. Okay, bills receivable, we will be taking 12,000. Next, debtors. We did any adjustment for debtors? Yes. We have provided bad debts. No, how much? 1,300. If you see revaluation account, we have taken no two provision for bad debts, that is 1,300. So always provision whichever is created for bad debts should be deducted from debtors only. No, so for whom we are preparing that provision, out of debtors only, if anyone is not going to pay that amount, that only becomes bad debt. So for that we are preparing a provision keeping aside. Okay, so that amount should be deducted from debtors. So debtors, what is the value of debtors? The value of debtors is 28,000. From this 28,000, we have to deduct, because here the asset value is decreasing. It is an expense for us provision. Okay, it is less bad debts 1,300. So what is a bad debts amount? It is 1,300. So we have to deduct 1,300 from debtors, that is 28,000. So what is the value of debtors now? It is 26,700. Next we have stock. Stock, what is the value of stock? 24,000. In revaluation account, we have done the adjustment for stock, no? Stock depreciated by 10%. Yes or no? So stock value has been decreased. So we have to deduct it. Less depreciation, 2,400. How we got this 2,400, children? Already we see in revaluation account. So 24,000 minus 2,400. The value of stock is 21,600. 24,000 minus 2,400. The value of stock is 21,600. Next we have machinery. What is the value of machinery given in the closing balance sheet? It is 25,000. So in 25,000, and the machinery value is valued at 23,000. Okay, machinery valued at 23,000. That means 2,000 is our depreciation which we have taken in revaluation account. So machinery account balance is 23,000. So machinery is 25,000 less depreciation 23,000. So land. Next amount given in asset side on the closing balance sheet is land 15,000. What is the value of land? 15,000, and what they told, it is appreciated. Depreciation means decreasing in the value. Appreciation means increase in the value. So land value has been appreciated. That means it was 15,000. Now it is valued at 20,000. So how much value it is appreciated? It is appreciated by 5,000. So we are writing that on the 20,000 as land value now. So land is 20,000 because it is appreciated by 5,000. Okay, so land is 20,000. Still any other adjustments in the textbook like land? So all the adjustments and all the entries what given in the closing balance sheet we have to note it down. So after doing this, you have to do the totals on the liability side and asset side. So when you add 20,000 plus 5,000 plus 63,600 plus 47,700 plus 35,000 is equal to 1,71,300. Now we will do the total on the asset side. Asset side total 68,000 plus 12,000 plus 26,700 plus 21,600 plus 23,000 plus 20,000. It is 1,71,300. If you do everything correct, your balance sheet total will tally. All assets and liabilities will be equal. Totals of assets and liabilities will be equal. Then your problem is correct. There only you can judge yourself whether you did the problem correct or not. Okay. By this, we will problem is end, children. What are the accounts we are preparing now? We are preparing revaluation account. We prepared cash account. We prepared goodwill account. We prepared general reserve account. We prepared capital accounts and balance sheet of Amar Akbar and Anton. Opening balance sheet as on 1st April 2015. Okay, children. So what we have learned in this session, children, accounting treatment of goodwill when the goodwill is brought into business by a new partner in cash. See, I have given 5. In that to 2 we understood. If it is brought in cash but privately and not recorded in the books of accounts, then we should not mention, we should not consider, we should not take it into account. If the goodwill is brought in cash, what we should do, that we discussed in this chapter, in this session. And not only that, we even learned how to prepare ledger accounts, that is revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, general reserve account, capital account, and the opening balance sheet of the new profit partnership firm. This is all we learned in this session, children. Now, there is a task for you. You need to solve this problem. A and B are partners sharing profits and loss in the 3:2 respectively. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2005 was as under. Like liabilities and assets are given. And C is admitted into partnership for 1/4 share in the future profits on the following condition. She should bring rupees 2,50,000 as capital and 1 lakh as goodwill in cash. So this is problem number 4 in your textbook, children. It is in page number 233, problem number 4. Okay, go through. Already you have here typed here. If not, in the textbook you have, it is problem number 4, page number 233. Try to solve the problem. After 2 days, you will have the solution in the comment section. Before that, you people try to understand the question, try to do all the ledger accounts and solve the problem, children. Okay. By this, we will end this session. Stay home, stay safe, children, stay productive and stay connected. Thank you. I thank one and all for giving me this opportunity. Special thanks to our principal ma'am who have given this opportunity to take class on this platform, and even special thanks to our subject coordinator, Mr. Riyazuddin sir, Principal Jarasanga. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Premlata madam. Children, you have learnt about accounting treatment of goodwill when the goodwill is brought into business by the new partner in cash. And you have also learned how to prepare ledger accounts and opening balance sheet of the new partnership firm. How to prepare ledger accounts with revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, general reserve account, capital account. Thank you, madam. Children, you can revisit this session once again and make a note of the important points. And as madam was saying, after 2 days, you work out the solution for the task given. After 2 days, in the comment section, the video of the solution will be uploaded. So you can cross-check. So there will be a learning satisfaction by that. Practice more problems. As madam was saying, this is an important session. So please practice more, gain knowledge, stay home, stay safe. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.